How are people affording life?
Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, this is naturally Gloria, and to my returning subscribers, hello. A big shout out to everyone of you come back to watch my videos. So guys, in today's video we'll be checking out video clips about how people are affording life right now, because cannot pretend as if everything is going well. How are people affording life right now with the way things are going up? Cost of living, inflation, no money problem, no job. How are people actually affording life right now with kids and family? Because why not? Kids are expensive, taking care of family is expensive. Anyway guys, that's what we'll be talking about in today's video, so make sure you watch to the end before leaving your opinion in the comment section. And if you do eventually enjoy watching this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up.
How are people affording life right now?
The secret, 2 words: remote closing. I remember being that mom scrolling through TikTok trying to find legit side hustles so I can work from anywhere. I remember seeing a girl on here talking about how she makes upwards of $20,000 to $30,000 a month working from anywhere, how she was able to set her own hours. And I just remember thinking to myself, how do I do that? How do I even get started? I have been a stay-at-home mom for years, and I have a big gap in my work history. How would a busy entrepreneur trust me enough to close or help guide their clients with their high-ticket offer? Make sure you're a part of this community if you aren't already, because I'm going to share the answers that I personally found to those questions. It was about 2 months of rejections and learning, and I kid you not, what I was making per week doing DoorDash, Walmart Spark, Amazon Flex, I'm now averaging per day being a remote closer. Aside from digital and affiliate marketing, this is one of the best high income skill sets that you can learn going into 2024. If this tells you anything, digital advertising and marketing is expected to grow from 2022 to 2030 from a $531 billion industry to $1,500 billion. Not with every call, but I've had calls where my kids will be in the background and other mom clients that I'm talking to, they'll be so happy to see my kids. This is legit like one of the best ways to run a business within a business and live just a softer lifestyle as a mom, and being able to afford just a better quality of life. And I genuinely could not be happier.
How are people affording life right now?
The most practical advice I have right now for people is to literally buckle up and hang on tight. We are not the first generation of young people, of 20-year-olds, of 25-year-olds, and 30-year-olds to go through a dip in the economy like this. And it sucks. I know that it sucks. But the good thing is, a lot of us are all in the same boat together. And I think what especially sucks for our generation is that we are so accustomed to the splurge and to the treat yourself culture, also known as overconsumerism, which obviously we've been having lots of conversations about. But I think the biggest mistake that any of us could make right now is to ignore the fact that we're obviously in a recession, and to just turn a blind eye to it and keep splurging and keep spending money on ourselves and rack up a bunch of credit card debt. That is the worst possible thing that any of us could do right now. And if you are able to make ends meet and to be able to put food on the table and to be able to pay your rent and pay your utility, then I think that we could all consider that to be blessed. And I know that it sucks and it's not fun to rid yourself or withhold from yourself little splurges and little, $8 coffees every single day. I know that that's not fun. But if that is the only way that we get through this recession, I think we will survive. Because if you think about it, our grandparents who went through the Great Depression, or our great-grandparents, whatever, literally rationed out butter and milk and bread just to get through the days. And we do not know suffering like that, most of us, thank God. So even though it's so easy to be like, woe is me, and feel terrible for yourself right now because you can't afford all the things you're seeing on social media, do not give in to that. I promise you there are so many people in the same boat as you, or in a worse boat. So we got this. Just buckle up, hang on tight. It's gonna be okay.
How are people affording life right now? How are people tackling this cost of living?
They're in debt. The majority of people aren't in debt. Mortgage underwriter here for the past 17 years, and I review people's income, assets, and credit. The amount of debt load that people carry is very high. Also, another thing is, please note that sometimes people who look like they are the wealthiest and have the most material things, boats, expensive vacation, luxury, everything, are the people that are in the most amount of debt and on the brink of losing it all or bankruptcy. And the people that sometimes have the most simple life, use cars, use clothes, or they don't look like anything extraordinary or glamorous, are the people that have the most wealth accumulated and saved. But aside from that, just from reviewing and currently reviewing loans, I also looked at a study in the Federal Reserve Q2 of 2023, and they reported that total American household debt was at $103,000 and $103,358 for Q2 of 2023 for total household debt. And the average used auto payment was $528. The average monthly new car payment was $729, and the average amount of debt per individual was $6,358. These figures are very high, and it is no surprise how some people are struggling right now to make ends meet, even if they have high incomes. So please don't ever feel like you are behind, because sometimes people that may look like they have a glamorous life may be in a worse position than people that don't have that. You are not behind in life, and it is hard for many people, even with a dual income or high income, to make ends meet, be able to save and plan ahead. So follow for more.
Some people are just so privileged, so funny. While some people just on their own can barely afford to live, let alone a whole family and a partner. Then there's other things people don't think about. Childcare, tutoring service, and after school program like sport, and all the bills goes up, whether it's water, grocery, gas, rent, because you have to have space for your children. And that's just it. Even for laundry, you have to buy soap times 3 because you have to wash your children's clothing. People are so delusional to think that children aren't a luxury. Childcare is luxury. Majority of women never plan on being a single mother. But I'm here to tell you, it can happen. What if you and your partner eventually breaks up? How do you think of taking care of the children involved? What if divorce happen along the line? Because it happens anyway. Shit happens. I remember how struggle it was for my mom, even though she tries to hide. Because as a child, knowing that your mom or your parents is struggling is scary and stressful. So raising children under the poverty line is a different situation conversation. Anyway guys, please go down in the comment section and let me know what you guys think about this situation, about the current inflation, when thinking about inflation and bills, involve childcare as luxury. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up.
How are people affording life right now?
We can't. It's an illusion. But we're just taking vacations and living our lives. Whatever it is, it is. We don't worry about them bills. Whenever they get paid, but we're living.
How are people affording life right now?
We can't afford life. So we've just stopped. We've just stopped buying things, which is delightful because companies don't know what to do about that. I think it's important to remember that our previous generations, our parents, they were able to do things like get a credit card with like a 2 and 3% interest rate. So they could do things like live above their means a little bit because they knew at some point they were going to get that 2 or 3% annual raise and then be able to pay off that debt. We don't have that. We don't have that. So companies are still operating under the assumption that people are willing to go into debt. No, we already have our debt. You have an entire generation of people who have entered their 30s and 40s with tens of thousands of dollars of student loan debt they will never repay because it's at a 7% compounding interest rate. We're not going to put things on our 24% interest rate credit cards. We're not going to do it. So we're not living. We are surviving. And we are finding new ways to define success. And we are building communities, and we're staying home, and we're going to our local libraries, and we are just hand making things, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Like this year, my Christmas present to my family is the plane ticket to get there.
How are people affording life right now?
We're not, babes. It's all an illusion. I just got a parking ticket for expired tabs from 3 months ago. But I still bought crumble cookies today.
I have an unpopular opinion. It was also difficult for our parents. So when they do say something insensitive, such as I clothed and fed you, please bear this in mind. Don't fight me. It was hard for them because no one was telling them how much it will cost them those days. Please guys, go down in the comment section and let me know what you guys think, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. How is the current inflation treating you in your area? Let me know in the comment section. And in case you are just seeing my face or this channel for the first time, please go ahead and hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well to join this family. Also, don't forget to turn on the bell notification so that you get notified each time I do drop beautiful videos like this.